It's another series, another one of my leadership series. I'd like to talk on humility. All right, so this is a seemingly very simple thing to do, but actually it is not. Yeah. Right now, let's hear what Trumbull said. He says, "People who live for self never succeed in satisfying self or anybody else." Right? So people who live for self never succeed in satisfying self or anybody else. Right? Now, as a leader, all right, if you are someone who looks for credit, all right, everything that you do, you want to take credit for it. Now, eventually, you'll become a lone ranger. You become, lonely. You become, because everything that you do, you take credit. Everything that your staff do, you take credit for it. Now, and eventually, all right, no one will follow you, all right, because no one wants to follow a selfish leader. Now, and this kind of leader, what they normally do is they like to establish, a work, regimen or even an SOP, okay, but they will work without real respect, despite what they say. All right, it is not what they do. All right, so the best leaders, all right, of any sorts, normally, all right, it is difficult to find nowadays, but the best of leaders display, all right, this virtue, that is humility. I wish we'll be able to. We have more leaders, all right, who have got this, this thing in them, who are humble, Unfortunately, they are a rare breed nowadays. All right, so now they don't care. These kind of leaders, who are so humble, in the sense that they don't really care who gets the praise, whether it's their staff or as long as the job gets done. All right. So action takes precedence over accolades, right? So meaning to say, I would rather see, all right, someone getting their job done and they get the credit, instead of them talking and talking. At the end of the day, the job is not done, So you see, goals are more important than goal. Goals are more important than goal, right? Therefore, great leaders don't draw attention to themselves, all right? They don't draw attention to themselves, all right? So they express their appreciation for the contribution of others. And you watch what they say, you watch their vocabulary. Very seldom do they say I. They always say we, all right? Right? You don't believe that the next time you see a leader, you see, right? Anyone that uses I, normally these are people who are less humble, all right? And every time you see someone uses we, all right, you see the way that they act, the way that they lead, it is different. So, and these leaders, who are humble, they are willing to put the mission, the company mission, the company's goal ahead of their own desires. All right. Why? Because one of the things that as I go on in the last many years in top management, right? One of the things that I've discovered is every time when you are when you have this virtue, when you are humble in that you are do, all right. I discovered the joy of giving, the joy of giving, all right, their lives for something worthwhile. So meaning to say, they love to give, all right, they love to give. So the more they give, all right, the more they find joy, or rather the more I find joy, in leading. All right, so the purpose, the mission, and the objectives of the organization are paramount, while the personalities and personal achievement, of the leader is, right, or are secondary. Okay, so what they have done, all right, as individuals is far less important than what they have done to help others to succeed. Now, that is what I call a leader. All right. So, the bigger the leader is, or the higher the leader goes, all right, so the less, their ego becomes. All right. So, once again, great leaders are unselfish. All right. And these are the people, all right, that you should look up to. And leaders do aspire, all right, for this virtue. All right. So once again, I hope you learned something from this series. All right. And hope to see you again soon. All right. And do take care and God bless.